According to the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, well, basically London is thriving. It's the safest place in the world and he's even cited other cities that are far more dangerous to be in. However, the reality when you get to London is not necessarily this that you see behind me, a thriving Leicester Square, albeit one that you have to be very, very careful of, chumps, as I've already seen people having their bags tampered with and people eyeing up phones in gangs, you know what I'm saying? But the other side of the coin is what's now happening literally in one of the most prestigious streets in London. But again, it's not in front of the Mayor's eyes. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you, chums. Thank you so much as ever for joining me today in the very heart of London, London's Leicester Square. And behind me here is a brand new hotel, but it's also part, sorry, we'll have a lovely wave. Behind me is a brand new hotel, but also part cinema. And it was originally the Odeon West End. If you ever came to that, some magnificent world premieres took place there. Lots and lots of history. And I know I often say this, but it's amazing, isn't it? You're walking through the door and consequently, nobody really knows what's gone on before. To them, it's just a brand new modern hotel. Nothing happened before that. You know what I mean? Funny as well, I remember having a meeting up there with the manager of the Odeon about putting some shows on, and it was that there was a dome at the top. Goodness, no lift, you know what I mean? Loads of steps. By the time you get up there, you're dripping. They think you're nervous and you just think, no, I'm out of breath, out of condition. You know, it's a bit like that, isn't it? It's a little bit like this. London, some people might say, is out of condition, all thanks to the terrible mayor that we have, Mayor Sadiq Khan. Now, he's willing to go halfway around the world, of course, to Brazil, to bang on about climate change. Over here, things are just simply piling up. His failure to recognise the fact that we had grooming gangs over here in London, no, he didn't understand that, and I've shown you that video on a number of occasions now, and this is the problem. He won't face the truth. Earlier this year, in the height of summer, I pointed out that there was terrible situations going on in one of the most exclusive lanes in London, Park Lane. This is the home of places like the London Hilton, the Dorchester, the Grosvenor House, etc. And people were paying £10,000 a night for a suite. Yes, I know, but to overlook Tent City. Well, this has now got even worse because Tent City is now taking over Tottenham Court Road. Now, for many of a certain age, Tottenham Court Road was the place that you went, do you remember, in the 80s to buy all your gadgets, your phone, not your phone, but you know, the latest Walkman, the stereo system, anything to do with your cine projector. They had everything up on that street. It's radically different now, but although it's a very expensive street and just at the corner of the Dominion, where the Dominion Theatre starts, well, this is now what you can see. Tent after tent after tent. Lots and lots and lots of illegal migrants now living in the centre of the street. Now you might say, well, that's terrible, they've got nowhere to go. That's actually not the case. But as we're now seeing in sort of epidemic levels under, of course, the latest Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, well, clearly she's lost all grip. Over 10,000 people have now come over here under her watch. She's doing absolutely nothing to stop it. So now they're infiltrating and parking up with pictures wherever they want. Here's where it's very, very interesting though. Two things. Be very careful going in that particular area. That's what I would say, because there has been reports of people being threatened, and all along the line, this is the bit what's interesting. They're all brand new electric bikes parked outside these tents, many with famous delivery signs on them. So you get the picture. But not only that, as these people are sitting there outside their tents all day, no doubt waiting to work or go to work or do whatever, who on earth or how on earth are they managing to charge up their very expensive iPhones? You get the picture. And on top of all of that, they're also drinking very expensive Costa coffees. Now, I'm not aware, you know, the people that we spoke to, many said that they came over here, they were hoping for a different life, and consequently have now been let down by the system. Right, even though you turned up illegally, you get the picture. But on top of all of that, a couple even pointed out to me that they came over here and suddenly started working cash in hand, but now that's all dried up because, of course, they've lost that particular job. They're not quite sure where they're supposed to go, and nobody's in fact guiding them at all. All I can tell you is this. This, once again, in my opinion, would be another no-go area. And particularly if you are going, say, to the theatre around that area, do be on the lookout each and every time that you go, say, to the tube, or indeed climb into your taxi. I'm not trying to scare you, it's just facts. And these are the facts that, as Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, claims is the safest city in the world. Well, he needs to step out of that armour-plated chauffeur-driven car of his, look around and face the real reality that's in fact engulfing real Londoners every single day. Neil Sean in the very heart of London's Leicester Square.